one of boxing's biggest talents at any weight. Already, he's a world champion at light welter, and in a special division, he could prove a class apart.
Miguel Cotto stands on the threshold. Beautiful punch from Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto wins. Pretty breathtaking. The best young fighter on the planet.
But reputations won't worry Ricardo Torres, a puncher, untested and unbeaten. From Sky Sports, a big fight special for the WBO World Light Welterweight title. It's Miguel Cotto against Ricardo Torres from Atlantic City. Cotto's done it all right so far, but he just has to look the part again here with his rivals at light welter, led by our own Ricky Hatton and Floyd Mayweather, hitting the heights recently. Johnny and Nicky are here for this latest instalment in a most thrilling division. A risky-looking job for Cotto here, though. And speaking of dangerous assignments, there's one at heavyweight, too. It's Vladimir Klitschko against Samuel Peter.
Bang on the button! That's good night! Fight over there and then. Frightening power there. I don't know why they're bothering to count.
Yes, plenty of firepower in that one. It promised to be spectacular and delivered. But first, let's find out if Cotto can deliver again. The challenger, Ricardo Torres, with a big reputation as a dangerous puncher himself. Our commentary team, Jim Watt, and first, Adam Smith.
Golden chance for the unbeaten, untested Colombian puncher, Ricardo Torres, in at 3 weeks' notice after the Italian Gianluca Branco pulled out of this title challenge, and his record has certainly raised a few eyebrows. 28 fights, 28 wins, 26 knockouts, 100% perfect. But he's barely left his home country. He's banged out very preliminary opposition, and the question is, can he compete on the world stage?
Yeah, that is the big question, but it's a chance out of the blue. It's absolutely nothing to lose, but 21 of his wins have been inside 3 rounds, so you wonder, has he had the chance to develop his techniques, or is he just a bomber, a dangerous puncher? We're about to find out, but I tell you, he's facing one of the best technicians in the game at the moment. So he better have a little bit more than crude, raw punching power. Let's hope he has.
Nothing to lose for Ricardo Torres. Although only 6 opponents he's fought have had winning records. This is a big, big jump up as he elevates himself onto the big stage for the first time in his life at 25.
Well, we've had the stories about how Cotto struggles to make the 10-stone limit. If that's the case, and the punch resistance is not quite what it should be, you would give this guy a chance. But this fellow here is a little bit special.
Universally seen as one of the finest young fighters in boxing, the razor-sharp skilled technician from Cagua in Puerto Rico, Miguel Angel Cotto, the exceptional, now much publicized WBO light welterweight champion. Promoter Bob Arum is carefully guiding him towards what they believe will be superstar status. He's controlled, scything, intelligent in the ring, and Jim, nobody yet has found the key to unlock his compact style.
No, I mean, I think it's a mark of how good he is. That the only criticisms you can have is that sometimes he does things at his own pace. He gets opponents under control and just keeps them there for a few rounds, as opposed to injecting a little bit more drama into his performances. But he is the complete article. He can box, he can punch, he can move, solid chin, he has it all, and he's in a wonderful division, and there's some massive fights out there for him.
Just always exciting to see this 24-year-old in action. Quality.
Ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of Duval Boxing, K2 Promotions, Top Rank Incorporated, and in association with Caesars Atlantic City, welcome to Atlantic City's Boardwalk Hall and an evening of world-class professional boxing for your entertainment. All bouts sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., World Boxing Organization President Francisco Paco Barcarcel. The three judges at ringside scoring this first bout will be Chuck Jampa, Julie Letterman, and Dennis Nelson. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action inside the ring, David Fields. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, courtesy of Caesars Atlantic City, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Light Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue, yellow, and red, official weight 140 pounds. A perfect professional record consisting of 28 bouts, 28 victories, including 26 knockouts. From Barranquilla, Colombia, the undefeated WBO #1 ranked challenger in the world, Ricardo Mochuelo Torres. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing green, official weight also 140 pounds. Also a perfect professional record consisting of 24 bouts, 24 victories, including 20 knockouts. Damas y caballeros de Caguas, Puerto Rico, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO light welterweight champion of the world, Miguel Cotto.
Miguel Cotto is scheduled to box 12 rounds for the WBO Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. I've gone over the rules in your dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck. Touch gloves, Papa.
The latest appearance of the precocious Puerto Rican Miguel Cotto in an interesting test against the undefeated Colombian Ricardo Torres. Fourth defense of the WBO 10-stone belt for the 24-year-old sensation Miguel Cotto, a crown he won against the dangerous and then unbeaten puncher Kelson Pinto, and now the challenge of another similar sort in Ricardo Torres. 52 fights between them, 46 knockouts, huge power inside the ring, even though, Jim, on paper, a huge golfing class.
Yeah, a huge golf. But a good body shot from Cotto straight away. Well, Cotto starting very positively. Sometimes he likes a little look at an opponent. But maybe he's thinking this fellow with 26 knockouts and 28 wins, don't want him to find any confidence, don't want him coming forward. And he's pushing him back straight away. But a positive start.
They have actually met before in the amateur ranks. Cotto won that good left hook to the body again from the Puerto Rican champion. Cotto won that 11-6 on the cards. He respects Torres, but he's made a very, very positive start. Oh, and he floors Torres down inside the opening minute and a half, and the reality is beginning to check for the unbeaten Colombian.
Well, I've said sometimes we've criticised him for his laid-back attitude, but he's left that back in the dressing room tonight. He's obviously respects this fellow, doesn't want him to be coming forward, wants to get him out of there as quick as possible.
Looks strong, determined. Torres tries to fight back, but the quality is all with Cotto, although a punch just gets in to shake the WBO champion, and a little success momentarily for Torres.
Yep, just a little danger sign there, that punch definitely shook Cotto on the defensive just for a couple of seconds, but he never really does anything silly when he takes up, but that's another left hook.
There's
A
the
little
power.
reaction again in his legs there. This fellow is dangerous. Cotto knows it.
Back to his jab, Cotto. There's the heavy-handed Torres, who, although under the caution down in this exciting opener, has shaken Cotto. But again, he maintains control.
Yeah, big round for Cotto, but Torres can draw a little bit of confidence because he's shaken him twice.
Good right hand at the end as well from Cotto in a fascinating opener. We've seen Cotto shaken before when DeMarcus Corley caught him on the top of the temple. There is this thing about the weight making, but for most of the round he looked in a totally different league, Jim.
Yeah, he did, and really it's as positive a start as we've seen from Cotto for some time. I mean, the chin was down, the defences were tight, and that was a wonderful left hook that, I mean, I'll be honest, Torres didn't look overawed at any time. I mean, he was under pressure all the way through the round, then he just come back with a couple of real bombs. I mean, you saw the reaction there, that one really shook Cotto. So, well lost the round, Torres, but something to be confident about. He has the power to trouble him.
Miguel Cotto has an 83% knockout ratio, and Ricardo Torres 92. 21 wins inside 3 rounds for the Colombian, who is, though, a massive underdog because he's never fought at anything like this level, and Cotto is quick to start this, but again Torres catches him, right hand, he's shaken Cotto, and Cotto's in trouble in the second. What a dramatic start to this world title fight, and Ricardo Torres is really piling on the punches now.
You have to worry about Cotto. Every clean punch he's taken has shaken him. Either this guy has tremendous power or something wrong with Cotto's chin or the weight making. Look at the trouble he's in here.
Biggest crisis in the career of the unbeaten Puerto Rican, and Ricardo Torres may just stand on the brink of something absolutely extraordinary. Oh, Cotto's taking so many clean here, Jim.
Cotto should be grasping hold. He's in big trouble here.
Massive uppercut. Cotto on the verge of being stopped here in the second round as Torres continues to throw the powering shots home.
I mean, with Cotto's experience, he should be clutching here. He should be grabbing hold of Torres, stopping the punches coming his way. He's trying to back off. He's at arm's length, and he's perfect distance to be knocked out here.
He's gone down in the second round, and Miguel Cotto is in so much bother here, and there's a minute 15 to go. He's asked if he's okay by referee Dave Fields, and there wasn't much of a response, and a left hook from Torres. How much more can Cotto take here?
And he's doing everything wrong. His defences should be tight. He's well lost a round. Why is he trying to get himself back into this round? He should be covering up, he should be clinching, he should be surviving. Still 46 seconds in this round. He's actually shaken Torres with a left hook there. But going about this wrong.
This is quite sensational action here in the second, and Miguel Cotto gets a left hook in, which may give him some time. And now it's the champion's turn to turn up the power on Torres. What a round.
Well, I think he's answered the question. There can't be too much wrong with his chin, because these were thunderous punches he was taking, and he was taking them full on, and he was taking them regularly. But he seems to have come through the crisis, and he's firing back with decent punches now. His balance is back, his strength seems to be back. He looks to have survived.
Good punch on the bell from Cotto. Well, well, well. He came right back in the last 20, 30 seconds. But for 2.5 minutes, Miguel Cotto's career was in all sorts of trouble. Reputation on the line.
I think the most alarming thing, Adam, is that every time he was hit, he was in trouble. Every time Torres found his chin, he was in serious trouble. I cannot believe he survived that round. He was one clean punch away from total disaster. Okay, he showed true championship qualities coming back, but look at this, every clean punch had him in trouble. There it goes. I mean, it was a beautiful punch, bang on the chin, and you can, from that point on, he was stunned. And he did everything wrong from that point on. He should be in survival mode, automatic pilot should take over, he should clinch and spoil. He didn't do any of that. And how he survived that round.
Ricardo Torres, a 12-1 against underdog over here in the States. Cotto 22-1 on before this fight. Both men have been down, but it's been the champion who has been on the very, very verge of losing his title here to this unknown Colombian. What happens next in this sizzler on the boardwalk? Has Cotto weathered the storm?
Yeah, well, the fact that he was coming back with the better punches in the last 10 seconds of the round showed that his balance was back, his head had cleared. But it's so alarming that every time he's caught cleanly, he's in trouble. Fighting the wrong fight again here.
Those weight problems making 10 stone very well known. Really has to struggle. Gets a body shot in though, Cotto.
I think straight punches are the answer here. It's when he stands and trades with hooks that leaves his chin unprotected. That's a low blow, so Torres will be given time to recover from that.
And will be given a chance to get our breath back after this torrid start to the fourth defence of his world title. And Torres hit by a low blow. Dave Fields giving him time to recover. And he's struggling a bit, and one wonders, Jim, if he's had his chance.
Well, I don't think he'll catch Cotto any cleaner. Certainly won't catch him any easier. Everything was straight through to the chin. And Cotto, for me, still a little bit reckless there, still fighting the wrong fight. I think chin down and short straight punches are the answer to this fellow. He's countering the hooks. Chin down, short, straight punches right through his guard.
Left hook there, and it's the second time Dave Fields was that low.
I didn't think that was the danger area. I hope we can maybe see that one again. It looked in the hip region, but fortunate not to have a point deducted.
It is all happening. Torres slings in the left hook, but the body shots, or if one or two have been low, are beginning to trouble the Colombian. Less coming from him now.
I mean, it's possible Torres may be a bit demoralised because he knows he had the chance, hasn't taken it, now he's under fire. Cotto will have to be careful with these body shots, some of them are low.
Torres blocks a couple there. He's being pinned on the ropes, looking to counter. What has he learnt in the education of 28 wins, 27 in Colombia against very limited fighters? Well, that was low from Cotto, but it wasn't called. And again, they're so borderline, some of these.
And still Torres, no sign he's overawed, he's under pressure, but he keeps firing back.
Slung to the floor, no knockdown of course, but a dramatic first 3 rounds for this WBO light welterweight title fight.
The knockdowns were dramatic, but I think that round is the round that's taken a lot out of Ricardo Torres. I think Cotto really made an impression in that round. He stood his ground. Torres was outgunned, shaken a couple of times, obviously, with the low punches. But I think a big impression was made in Torres in that round. I mean, Cotto still going about the job in a dangerous fashion, still staying in punching range, still throwing hooks, which is when every bit of trouble he's found himself in is when he's been countered from hooks. But you can see the punches just straying that bit low.
What next? Ricardo Torres down in the opener. Miguel Cotto down for the first time in his life in the second, and very, very nearly stopped. But he's come back. There's been the odd low blow. He's had warnings. But is he just starting to demoralize his challenger now?
Cotto obviously feels the safest place to be is up close, pushing this guy onto the back foot. But I still feel the jab, break him up with the jab for a round or so. Straight punches for me are the answer here.
And that's what he's doing, trying to employ the jab, and Torres backing off.
The class now of Cotto beginning to impose itself on the action.
Oh, right to the body. Good shot. Torres took it well. But Cotto is getting into his groove at last. How he got through that second round, but he's shown a chin, Jim, and the heart of a champion here.
Yeah, well, I was alarmed the fact that he was shaken so often. But the way he handled the punch and the way he come back was like a true champion. I feel a little bit sorry for him about the knockdown, because it looked as he got caught with a punch and then he was pushed to the floor. But the referee decided to call it a knockdown. But he's back in control now. I mean, this is what's, sorry, but this is what's required. The jab, the chin down, the defence is tight, and break this fella up with solid jabs.
A precision punching from Cotto. Still Torres tries to fling one in, but he's got to go down again. And he's going to be counted this time. Second time in the fight. I think he thought that was low again.
It was low, Adam, and I feel that was a little bit cruel. The punch definitely looked low to me. Then he was pulled from the back of the neck. I think that was rough justice on Ricardo Torres there.
Still he's hanging in there. And these body shots are good from Cotto, side to side, and the jab rocking the head of Torres back. Terrific fight.
Fantastic. I mean, we wondered how Torres would cope, how close he came to becoming champion in that second round. But Cotto beginning to grind him down now.
Systematically, as we've seen him so often, Cotto regaining composure and control. The most dramatic defense of his title yet. He's turned back Randall Bailey, DeMarcus Corley and Mohamed Abdullayev. But this late substitute, Torres, up until now has given him plenty to think about, Jim.
Yeah, but the class of Cotto, I mean, obviously Torres is still dangerous, but Cotto feels push him, get his back onto the ropes. See, I thought the punch was low and then he pulled him down. I really feel Torres was hard done by in that round.
We've had 12 scintillating minutes. Can't take your eyes off this. Miguel Cotto defending his WBO light welterweight title. Back home, I'm sure Ricky Hatton, the IBF champion, will be watching with interest. Big, big fights for Cotto down the line with Hatton and maybe Floyd Mayweather. But he's got to get through Torres first, and he's starting to break him up.
Yeah, the difference in class is really evident now. And Cotto, a bit more thought into what he's doing. His chin's down, his hands are up, but still exerting the pressure.
Brave defiance from Torres. Again looking for that left hook that had Cotto in a spot of trouble in the first and in all sorts in the second. And he's caught him again, Torres. And there's more drama here in the fifth. And again, the defence was open of the champion.
And again, it's when he's standing trading hooks. When he gets the chin down and he throws a shot, straight shots, everything is under control.
Big right hand from Torres, and Cotto has to hold. It's another crisis for Miguel Cotto. Right, straight through the middle, uppercut, once again. He has to take so many, Cotto. This is dramatic, absolutely sensational stuff. And Ricardo Torres has come back. And Cotto needs something big and quickly.
Again, alarming that every time he's caught cleanly, he's in serious trouble. Now he's trying to clinch, now he's trying to do the sensible thing. I think maybe Torres beginning to blow a little bit again. I think maybe he's punched himself out, which will be good news for Miguel Cotto.
Cotto trying to slam back something. I think the pair must be absolutely exhausted in there already. And this is only the fifth of the championship fight. Torres looking for the one or two big shots that you'd think, Jim, like in the second, would finish it.
Well, he's looked one punch, one clean punch away from disaster. But Torres hasn't managed to find that punch. But I think it's alarming that Torres has never been troubled by Cotto's punching. Even the knockdown in the first round, he wasn't really hurt. He was caught cleanly, but he was still as fresh as a daisy. But look how often Cotto has been badly shaken.
Another quite memorable round. Who wins the fight?
Well, obviously, Cotto is the classier when he does the job properly, when he does it sensibly. He's in a different league to Torres, but he's not doing that. He's standing trading hooks, and every time he does that and he's caught cleanly, he's in bad trouble. I mean, this guy obviously is a tremendous puncher, but look at that